I want to take you with me to one of these parts of the world that very few things are really known about. Join me on Tibet. And so somehow I found myself inside of a Tibetan wedding village. Especially for the last couple of years, it was an area that is very hard to access. We are in the clouds. We're already at a fairly high elevation. So you see, the area of Tibet, it has theoretically an airport, but at the same time, the highway that is going from Chengdu, pretty much western central China, the main city. Then we drove out, just a couple of hours. The elevation keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And then we get into one of the first villages, which is technically kind of like a little bit outside, a couple of hours of Chengdu. Already large Tibetan population here. We're staying at like a super nice traditional hotel. You have an ancient village and it already looks like nothing I have seen in China before. And we're not even close to enter Tibet. So in order to enter Tibet, you need a special permission, which I have gotten in the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect. Is it going to be old life like a long time ago? Is China already modernizing it in some way? What is going on there? Well, today we're going to find out.
For the border permit, the military controls in Tibet. So this is just a...
And most people that live here, are they Tibetan?
Yeah.
Everybody almost, or?
Yeah, everyone.
So the owners of the hotel that we were just staying, they just, they had the memo that there is a local wedding going on. And in a village like that, I just heard it's like a bit of, maybe around 3,000 people. And there's a lot of cars here right now. A lot. Even like really nice ones. There's a nice Porsche standing there. There's a wedding, a local Tibetan wedding. And in a village like that, everyone is invited. So let's pop in. Let's see what's happening. Here's the groom. How's it going? Wow, guys, look at that. Everybody is dressed up. That's how you dress for a Tibet wedding. In a small city of Zhonglu in the mountains. Ooh, it's buzzing. So we got bride, we got groom, and like everybody seems to be playing a role, especially the guy with the cig. My man Z is selling my fame. Nice. He's a wingman number one. Wingman in the Tibet village. That's me on Chinese social media, huh? Oh my goodness. So Z, how did we get to this wedding?
My friend said there's a wedding, and so we're here.
All right, cool stuff. What's up, for me? Or what? Oh! Now I'm extra fancy, thank you. What's her name? How do you say? Oh. Well, Zhema? Danny. Danny Dev. Oh, they already know. That's nice. Yeah, sure. So guys, pictures in the village. Wedding photos, around 3. Guys, pick me up in the evening. I think I'm full time here. Thank you. Your daughter? Ah, very nice. I will take your daughter to America, don't worry. Is that like offensive or? No? That's amazing. That's what. Okay. Together, let's go. Sure. Okay, so the symbol of these scarves at a wedding, they basically gift them to each other, as I've been told, and then you can give them as well to the bride and groom. So they're getting hundreds of them over there. I was afraid I get too many scarves, but looks like I don't get to keep any. I'm gonna give them back into the flow of life. Oh, and the weather is so nice also today, it's crazy. Okay guys, and so our journey begins. We got everything on us and seriously almost don't want to leave this place. And I would say while we're at it, let me tell you about what I'm carrying with me on this trip. No matter where I go for the past couple of years, with me on the road is today's video sponsor, Level 8, and this is the Level 8 Adventurer suitcase. So what makes this model really special is the fact that it's not just a carry-on, you can actually extend it and you get another 5 liters on top. Packing it is a lot of fun because on top you open it up, especially right now, road tripping, the suitcase is in the car. Just from the top, I open it up, I access everything that is in there. And another cool thing is that you have the wide grip. More stuff fits in there because in the middle, not as much space is pretty much taken up. Meow, 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 we got a cat. Come here. Oh, look at that. We got a cat. Oh. This is the official Tibetan cat here. So also as a gift with the holidays coming up, if you know somebody, I can tell you for sure, if that somebody likes to travel, this is a case that's gonna last you for a long time. They also have a lifetime limited warranty on it, so if something happens, you reach out to them. And lots of different models on their website, check it out. As of right now, they're actually running a Black Friday sale, and always, at any time of the year, you can get 12% off with my code Danny15 on your whole purchase through the link down below. So if you click it, if right now is November, check it out. They might have some crazy deals, 20% off, but any time of the year, like it's really a luxury suitcase, a premium model that's gonna last you for many, many years, but priced actually fairly affordably compared to similar kind of category luggage. So with that, first link in the description. So this is our orange right here, Chinese car. It's called a tank. It's pretty nice actually. Alrighty guys, some guy hit the tank. How does it look? Oh, we're good?
Yeah, check.
No, I think he didn't touch it because we didn't feel anything. So this is a little bit how a town a couple of hours from a major city, Chengdu, lives. We're slowly making our way to Tibet. So we're not in Tibet yet, not even close to be honest. It's gonna take 2-3 hours of drive. And... Hi Jenny.
So we standing there.
And so after a couple of hours of a drive, it's slowly starting to get very different. So the towns, small houses, still Chinese writings on them, and then you walk into one of the first large Tibetan Buddhist temples. Truly one of a kind, and right now we actually just walked in and we heard a lot of stories of different gods and also kind of like how Buddhism got to China. And we're still not officially in Tibet. The way to get into Tibet is going to be you have to cross kind of like another border. They're going to check all our stuff.
This is a Tibetan pie. You can smell it. Many people just didn't watch it about this area. This area, maybe the painting is black, it's very dark, dirty. But actually, the painting has 1,000 years the history. Because we are original the policy. I have to see.
Yeah, I think anyways, like not.
For public hospital,
Okay, you go check on the goat if he's friendly, huh?
Don't be stronger.
我的颜色会太鲜艳吗？
不会不会，其实动物是色盲。
As you can tell, it's starting to get cold. We're moving up. We drove to the Muya monastery. It's actually also a university where the next generation is studying the faith. And I gotta say, this place is truly scenic. This is kind of what I expected from Tibet. It's not the only one. You look far into the distance. They also have like animals here, some goats, some horses freely running around. They just kind of belong to the monastery. So we're gonna get to walk in, but just this visual right now. Seen a lot of mountainous places, been to Nepal, but this might be one of the most epic sceneries of all time. Just the mountains by itself, but then you put these golden domed monasteries. This is, like I said, the university, and here it is allowed to shoot, just not into the direction of the Buddha. And here, a little exclusive peek into how the Buddhist monks, scholars, spending their time. Do you know why did they keep all these different animals?
These are all rescued animals.
All rescued animals?
Yeah.
So here, and the thing is, they're very calm and very okay with humans. So, but our guide is a bit scared, so maybe not. I think the goat's coming for us. Well, if I die, I die. But beautiful. What would you call it? A goat? Ral.
Yeah, blue sheep.
Himalayan blue sheep. Wow. Right there. A Himalayan blue sheep.
You plug one end to this one and the other end to your nose, so the oxygen goes.
So the
out
very
to
left
the-
button?
Yeah, it's on and off.
And you said dispersion mode is it just sends it out.
Yeah, send it out.
The next morning right now, and you know what, in China they have so many cool like little products like this toilet spray. It smells so good, I just cannot get enough of it. Like you see, it's kind of like a Tibet thing in here. Check it out. Oh, so good. Okay guys, this is an oxygen bottle, and honestly I didn't think it's gonna like get me at all. This morning I wake up, I'm like, shh. Like you described it very well. It's like needles in your head, brain.
Exactly.
And I'm like, could be anything. Could be just like getting cold yesterday, nose is clogged. Maybe it's like a bit of a harsher headache than you usually have, and if it's like flu symptoms. But I'm like, whatever. When I breathe out, 88%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I should have measured before.
Yeah, before it.
So here we are in the town of
Tagong.
Tagong. We suggested to drop by the hospital to fill up the pillow with oxygen. I have no idea what that means. But you said it's like fast, right?
Yeah.
So why not? Why not check out the local hospital here in the area?
你好，我们可以来分享急诊吗？
可以。那边25是26块钱啊。
啊，在这里是吧？
两个氧气袋。
26块是吗？Paracetamol,
Oh.
caffeine, and aspirin powder.
Nice. How much is that one?
It's cheap. Just
Yeah.
you need to get.
Let's get a couple of them. Xie Cute hospital workers. So, look at that. This is how an oxygen pillow looks. Never seen or heard of a thing like that. And this is how a Tibetan local little hospital looks. Actually, not bad. Not bad. Like a little stole with all kinds of medication. Also bought paracetamol. Honestly, I think I already feel a bit better. I mean, generally I was like planning to ignore it, but the other guys said when they used the oxygen they felt much better. So I'm like, maybe that is the most common symptoms. So yeah, let's get up a bit higher, see what happens. Guys, I'm feeling a good bit better. The thing I'm most excited for today is that we're going a little bit rural. We're going to a farm here in Tibet, and check it out. That is where we have just arrived, and a horde of yaks is crossing the river right now. Yo, yo! So we're out here with the yaks on a Tibetan farm. Wow. Pretty cute animals. My guy Z knows the people that are living here. Basically, they're doing a lot of produce. Yak is the mainly consumed meat. You have to be a bit careful when walking because there's yak poop almost everywhere. Look at that, that's a big one right here. We also have some babies. And so the dumplings, I think I got a little shot yesterday we were eating. Pretty much all of the meat products. Of course, pork also as well, but in Nepal it's like very much the buffalo. And I think here is the yak mom coming. The yak mom is coming. Oh, a bit scared, huh? We all are scared. All right, let me get out of here. Well, I don't know about licking me. I'm fine. I'm good.
You can try it. They don't will hurt our. Okay, if you're scared.
Okay, let me go to the little one. Here. Want some salt? Want some salt? Yeah. Get some salt.
Just 1 year old. He's a baby. He still need to drink this milk.
Don't hurt her nipple.
I always make sure of that.
Okay, wash your head. Just touch the nipple. And then after you feeding the milk is coming out.
And the pressure downwards.
It's closed.
Ooh, not easy. There we go, some milk.
It's easy.
Some more milk. And so whether you're milking a yak in Tibet or... Okay, I'm finished. Nice. Now we have a professional at work. That's how it's supposed to look. Little yak is getting some milk. They really like salt. They give you a little salt on the hand, and then they learn that you got salt. Come here, come here. And then they learn that you have salt, and they keep following you. So not only the best tour guide in China, but also the best yak herder.
You want to try?
Sure.
You put your middle finger in it. Like this.
I'll edit in the sound afterwards. So you guys a bit out of breath. We're slightly on a mountain. Here's a black tent, very common in Tibet. You come in, and oh wow, you can stand here actually. Okay. Already boiling something in there. Oh.
I teach you.
Yes, you teach me. Teach me more. So I have milked enough milk for everybody. Here is a yak milk tea. Honestly, pretty good.
The original flavor.
I think no sugar.
And because I live in the farm area, it's a good thing because every day I drink the coffee in the morning. I can buy the milk from my neighbor because my house, my boyfriend don't have a yak. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, take it.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
So, as he mentioned, you're not from this area, right? You moved here.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to move here?
Just come to here because I first time I come to the Tagong, I feeling this is very beautiful, and I want to stay back.
So, like he mentioned, kind of like you feel a bit more free here or something?
Yeah, because before I'm his office lady, and we do the law stuff.
So you quit the 9 to 5 to go live the farm, Tibetan life, temples.
Yes. I think this is destiny. because when I was young, I watched a lot of. I don't know why, because the TV show just put a play some like Discovery. For example, Discovery, they have the Tibet, the history, Tibet story.
So when you were a kid, you saw the kind of pictures and things like that?
Yes, when I was a kid, very younger. And my boyfriend is very, it's very stranger things. Is my boyfriend, he's a Gusar king. He's a singer, sing the Gusar king.
He's from here, or?
He's another place. He's in the Daofu. The owner is a Tibetan man. It's like a big man.
I'm interested. Tell me about Tibet men. How is the culture?
The women, the ladies should do a lot of stuff. For example, my boyfriend, if I don't back to home cooking for him, he don't know where eating. Really,
He will starve.
He
Has no yak. He will not cook. What's going on?
I don't know what happened. Eat ramen.
I want to ask you, in Tibet, do people just meet and become couple and then marry later, or do people meet through family?
Many more couple is the first that they have the baby. After they will get married.
Okay, so many have a baby before they get married?
Yeah.
And do most people just meet in the like in the city, or do people meet through family?
Like a school. Now because they also meet in school.
So it's kind of like in the rest of China?
Yeah. And but now it's 2025. Anything is a different situation. In beginning, a lot of people before have the baby and after get married. But now also have the new generation, like us. First they get married, after they had a baby. This is different, If they trust each other. The family also thinking they are very much. And
so it's not too different.
Yes.
Somebody told me you can have a lot of wives in Tibet. Is that
No,
true?
no.
Fake news?
But
Okay.
some area actually
In some area,
the brother, they have the two brothers. They can marry the one wife.
Okay, so one wife and two men.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now don't have too much of this kind of things,
Okay.
but they both have the baby, right? The child in the future, and the younger brother, the child, calling the older brother be the father, calling the younger brother by the uncle. The younger brother.
How do they know whose baby it is?
They don't know.
They
They
don't
don't
know.
check the DNA. They don't do anything because they don't want to know. They are one family.
They just call the older brother father
Yes.
and younger brother uncle.
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah, all the time.
And it might be the other way around, though.
No, all the time.
No, I mean the younger might be the father.
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe, but
yes,
still
maybe.
the older brother is the
Wow,
Yeah.
that is interesting. All right.
But now don't have too much of this kind of situation.
So that was because it's just not enough women for everybody
Yeah.
type of time?
Yeah. But
Hard
they
times.
sleeping is different. You just watch the shoes. If the older brother the shoes are in the outside, you cannot go inside.
Because there's business happening inside.
Yes.
Baby making business, okay. All right, so much the insights of
这是
Tibet for
最
you.
正确的版本啊！我这是最正确的版
Just found out that the tent is made out of yak hair. This is the raw material, and then you splice it through there, and you get basically the material to make this. Wow, it is actually really solid.
This one can last for 10 years.
Funny. So guys, I got my hands on some yak yogurt with some sugar on top. Let's try
你
it.
看那个叫什么？我在康定吃，我在康
It's a
定
bit
吃
sour.
那个牦牛锅，我朋友
Lots
没
of
办
sugar,
法
very sweet at the
来
same
的
time.
太晚了，吃牦牛锅。那老板一听我在塔公
Very
过来
damn
的，
good.
他说：“那你这个
They're making butter out of yak milk. And in the front is a little fireplace, and what I just thought about is the fact that the coal that they use, this right there, is yak poop. And it burns actually fairly well. Doesn't smell like anything. So it's all the way. They eat the grass, they poop, they give milk, they get milk, we get coal. All you need is a yak. So wrapped up at the village. Honestly, that was really cool. That is a real family that is living there. Z, basically, I'll maybe introduce you later to him. Friend of mine, but also a guy that wants to do proper local tours. So this is not a thing that a bunch of people do, that's just people that he knows. And yeah, we drove back out. What I'm actually curious about is once we're gonna enter Tibet proper, like we're gonna pass the border, is it gonna be different? Because here still like people from Chengdu come to visit from the big cities. And yeah, here next to one of the famous temples, people are doing some barbecue and a little cute goat. Little, very cute goat. I hope on the grill is yak. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'll try one. How much you want?
Maybe a bit more than this. I don't know, do they sell it like by piece or?
Yeah, by piece.
By piece, this is like 6, 7, 8, maybe 10. Okay guys, so here we are. We got the yak barbecue, I would say like that. It's super chewy, but the flavor is pretty nice, but it is crazy chewy. But I like it. Purpose, symbolism.
Take one turn as read all of the money piles one time.
You touch all of them, huh?
Yeah. It's not necessarily to touch all of them.
And back there, this building is actually where they do silent retreats. That's where they go, nobody else can go, nobody can bother them. And these things here, basically spin them. Just saw some locals passing by, spin each and every one of them only clockwise. Wow, they're quite heavy actually. Looks super interesting.
The stone with the scripture carved on it on the top and gradually pile the stone up. You see, here are the different scriptures. Yeah, they piled up gradually.
Our hotel, by the way. And as the sun is slowly setting, we're walking through the town, through the village. You know, sometimes you read online, if you go to a place like Tibet, they're not gonna let you, like say explore by yourself. It's so restricted. And I remember back in last year, I've just like dipped onto a bus from Kazakhstan into Urumqi. And already there, I realized that there actually it looked much more like the rest of China. Here, I'm quite happy to say that it is quite different. But at the same time, people are just living their lives, going about their day-to-day lives. So strolling into one of the local shops, and this is, this is what this town is famous for. I will look the name up. Dway. I don't speak nothing, but let's check it out. So, let's see. Look at that, they also got some kind of small little mushroom. Wow. Here we are in the, I was about to say Tibetan village. What do you think? Can I already say Tibetan village?
Yeah, Tibetan town.
Tibetan town, but not quite yet. Officially, we're not like Tibetan territory, right?
Yeah.
I'm all the time trying to figure out, because everything is Tibetan here, but it's like we haven't officially entered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. So people are out with their horses. I'm not sure, around sunset, maybe that is the time. And the place we just visited, the university, actually, they said there is a monk who's open to, just kind of like share a bit. I don't know if he speaks English, about meditation, what they do. So even though the setting is getting cold, we're gonna go and see one of the masters. Jenny is the boss of this town. Yeah, the problem is when it's dark. I would guess no tourism in this town.
That's a lot.
We're in the middle of nowhere, somewhere on a mountain, and we're building something. The electricity grid connects all of these mountainous areas. Just driving through it is really impressive, honestly. Most rural part of the world, really, truly one of the, has like minimal development, but like the essential one, you know? Some kind of viewpoint here. Let's check it out. Excited, man. We're looking at the 318 highway. At the bottom there you should see the loop, kind of like of the road. That's what we just drove through. Sure. It's a girl, huh?
你是男生还是女生啊？
谢谢。
你怎么一个人啊
Wait. Okay.
我们去扎河。
你带路，你知道路吗？
perfect.
哎，等你 close the door for
Up. Let's go. Where do we go?
谢谢。
你怎么一个人啊？你怎么一个人啊？啊？
A child is hitchhiking in Tibet. Where is she going?
Village，村子名字叫什么？村子叫什么？扎哈。
Jaha village. And she speaks Mandarin?
A little bit。
Oh.
你叫什么名字啊
Say hello.
扎西
Can you
良
ask her
座。
what's her name?
扎西，
扎西良座。
张西良座。
Janshilanzhou.
啊，你是男生是吗？
不是。
女生啊。
What is the kid doing on a highway?
这里有个船子。
你是去找爸爸妈妈吗？
是。
是的。
那你自己怎么一个人？
So we're
就
looking
这里
for
是
the
吧？
kids' village.
是。
哦。
Kid is pretty confident it's coming up soon.
对，就那边下去了。
Damn.
这个旁边的是你的家长吗？
Oh, that's a bridge right there.
那里有。
Kid, you recognize your home? Is that mom?
这是你妈妈吗？
不是。
不是。
Oh, looks like some tourists.
Looks like a wildlife expert.
Yeah.
这是存在的。
For you in Mandarin, like
给你，
how?
不是。
给你，
Guinea?
给你
Or like gift?
礼物，
Ligo?
给你的礼物，给你的
Whatever.
这是不是？
啊？
Anybody has more snacks for the kids?
是吗？
Something?
那里有。
All I have is Coke.
那在哪里？
那里。
在那里？
不是。
那是从这里过去吗？
是的，这是不是？
当然是从这里过去是吧？
是的。这里也
They have a little
不是
dog.
这是也不是。
Some modern people.
这是也不是。那里有一个家，是不是？
你不知道的是不是你家？
知道的。那里。
在前面是不是？
是的。
Damn, we might have to like bring the kid to the shelter or something.
你每天都自己走回来 ，right？
Here, for you. Hey, do you want this one?
还给你可乐。
礼物，这个你给的礼物给你，礼物。
Hmm? Okay. Oop.
你好。是你的孩子吗？
Jacket. We brought her home. So cute. Wow, we made it. Mom is young.
Yeah. 拜拜。
Bye bye.
不用谢。
With the Coke standing there, legend. You just said like the mom doesn't speak Mandarin, but the kid does, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that might be That might be the sweetest thing in a while, and also the most random. The kid walking by the side of the highway, which is like, what? We stop by. Kid is like super communicative, you know. Hey, take me. Just hops into the car and literally.
And then
Yeah.
just ask, like, is there anybody like send you back home every day when you walk on the highway? And then the kids just say yes.
Bye.
So polite.
Legend. Well, I mean, to be fair, I grew up almost similar, but life's rough. So after a little bit of a further drive, we made it to the next town, the last town before we cross into the border with Tibet. City of Litang. Here we have kind of like the classic Tibetan, I forgot the name of it, I'll tell you in a second. Overlooking the city a little bit. Very scenic spot, but I gotta tell you, the drive here overall was an adventure. From getting a little police interrogation, which was mostly harmless, just had to delete some nice footage, to, yeah, some hitchhiking kids. And that is really the thing, is like some villages, they're super like local. People live the old farm life, probably more or less the same way they did it hundreds of years ago. And then this city is actually the largest one in the whole county. So let's go take a little look. Some big monastery, but also a little bit more modern. So how this, in some ways you could consider this already like Tibet, from what I've been told. Just not the administrative region yet. So what are they doing here? How are they developing it? How is it looking? Let's find out. Tibetan wind horse flag. What's inside? Let's find out. Inside the flag. That's pretty fun. Let's see. Guys, this is a 4,000 meter plus altitude city. This is like 3.5 times higher. We're half of Mount Everest, you understand? Already. So hiking here is quite an intensity. And we're almost all the way up. So here we are, all the way on top of Litang city. Actually pretty cool. They have a huge monastery, and from here you see pretty much everything. Look at this, but really it's so hard to breathe. And not too far into the city, there's a super, I would say, very much local market. Not much even like souvenirs or anything, so still, they really developed the city. You see it on the main street, maybe I'll show you later when we arrived. There's some nice cafes, got some interesting Tibetan characters wandering around. So very, very interesting stuff they're selling. I actually expected it to be somewhat touristy from the first impression of the town I had, but no. It's only locals going about their days, selling all kinds of different goods, chains, hats, some clothing, and Pikachu. Now, very local experience. Looks like we're popping into the meat market. Wow, yeah, it's a very strong smell, guys. Usually I don't mind it, but today I gotta say, yuck. Yuck smells extra heavy when it's fresh. So, some kind of fish. Wow, Tibetan life at its best, with the hats. I guess I can just pass through here. Say, what do they sell sometimes on this kind of markets?
Sometimes they sell human bones. It is that's like an old religious thing to do some rituals. And it's called Kabbalah. And also you can see like the skeleton to make a head. scalp to make a bow.
So you used to do that until like when? Long time ago, or
It's always
still happens sometimes?
It's used for religion. Now, no.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
Back in the day, they made bowls out of boys' scalps. But these days, it's peaceful and chill. Look at this, guys. When somebody specializes in a fruit, it's usually good. How much do we want? I think that'll be good. Anybody else wants grapes? Oh. Grapes? Yeah.谢谢。
你看你们有什么想吃的吗？他要给你们买吃的东西。
Choose something.
可爱。你们挑嘛，他给你们。
Couple things. They can't believe it, huh? You know these shows back in the day when you can like get anything you want, but the time is limited. You know what I mean? Do you know the shows? 60 seconds. Grab 2 pieces each. Very well. Good choice. Tell them you can take 2-3 things. It's fine. Okay. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Staring at me, I'm like, all right, let's live up to the expectation. They must be excited for something. Beyond happy, and I just talked to Z over here. So generally when we drive to like small villages, some families might be a little bit, struggling, but here in the town mostly it's actually like, what do you say, it's kind of like a middle class of Tibet, this kind of town?
Yeah.
Just because you're a monk doesn't mean you don't enjoy some nice newspaper. And now I am with him in his newspaper. Hilarious. I have a little machine that is selling oxygen bottles. And the other monk thinks it's hilarious that I filmed his monk friend, right? Came out for dinner, just ordered food, and something's happening. Something's happening. What's going on? Is that just like normal people?
Yeah, normal people.
Just from the town coming out? Funny.
Yeah. And here are more young people dancing. And this is how Tibetans social and entertain themselves.
Funny. Okay guys, so I made already a little bit of a mess, but to give you an idea of another one of those amazing accommodations we had on this trip is the next morning right now. I'm gonna be leaving any second to Tibet proper. So that is the hotel. Most of them on the road have been, you could call, kind of like boutique hotels. And the van to Tibet is already here. Cannot go with a private car anymore. Pumped.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Okay, friends. What can I say? It has been already a long journey. In some ways, I maybe underestimated the fact that we're going to be driving. And with that, we're passing through so many, small villages, bigger towns, more local areas where filming was a little bit tricky, more touristy areas where you see that China somehow is developing one of the highest inhabited places on Earth, like the type of places that you just cannot casually go to because your oxygen levels
are absolutely depleted. Never happened to me in my life. And down here, actually, you see one of these oxygen bottles right here. Somebody dropped it. And just to wrap up the trip a little bit, we are right now overlooking the sister lakes. And honestly, it looks a lot like, I don't know, nature in Switzerland. You have the snowy mountain caps, you have very blue waters. And also, from the perspective of how developed it is, you know, I was actually excited to see like super rural China. China that is maybe even in some ways living like in the old days. And that is, you can see that to a very limited extent because we're driving through some very random scenic roads. We have been taking a lot of detours, as you have seen. We have been giving Tibetan school children a ride. And right now we are about to enter, let's say, the autonomous region of Tibet, cross the border, gonna check our documents. We'll see how that's gonna go. I was thinking, like, how restricted is it gonna be? It is restricted pretty much only to the fact that somebody that is licensed needs to get you a permission from Tibet. And for that, I was going with my friend at this point, Z. He started a tour company not too long ago, but they are having a lot of very experienced guides. We have actually just been picked up by a Tibetan guide. So if you're interested in a journey like that, like, they're not paying me for these videos. He just said, like, hey, enjoy the journey, document it however you like. Check out their company below. They do actually trips all over China, but the focus is kind of like really adventure travel areas that by yourself it is hard to get to, because, you know, going to Shanghai, going to Beijing is very easy. You can do it by yourself. These areas, it's nice to have someone with you, and especially what I enjoyed the most is just the fact to be able to communicate a little bit. And if you're new here by any chance, we talk on the channel about opportunity, adventure, and freedom, and this is very much an adventure trip. I'm excited to see how Tibet is gonna be, because in many ways so far it has been very, very, let's say, a very peaceful place. Monks all over, lots of domestic Chinese tourism, but also if you go a little bit into the side roads, into the side towns, it's fairly easy to travel it. And we'll see, it's gonna change. So with that, you can join me on Instagram to see where I am right now. And well, in the next video, we're gonna enter in Tibet proper, and we'll see what's gonna happen. See you soon. So what we're looking at there behind me right now is the border into the autonomous region of Tibet. After many hours of driving all the way from Chengdu, we're gonna be entering right now through the land border.
Yeah.
All in Chinese, huh?
We have to make this kind of permit when you go, like certain places, like Tibet has been divided into many frontiers, lying to Bhutan, Ladakh, also to Nepal. So for the border permit, the military controls in Tibet. So this is
Some people don't get a permit?
can possible. It depends on whether you are legal or illegal.